Hi, my name is Menan Nguyen. I graduated from Colorado State University in 2001 with a computer engineering degree. Since 2003, I work as design test engineer and testing engineer for Intel and other technology companies. I'm interested in software testing tool, software testing in general. Over 12 years experience, I think I can share with you some ideas and issues that I found from my own experience. So why is that testing is important? So let's say the company A sent to the company B with a software that they developed, but they haven't tested. There's a bug in that, but they didn't know. So the company B take it out and run on their system, and it doesn't work. So company B cannot match the software to work, so they don't buy the software from the company A anymore, and they won't buy anything from the company A. So that is one of the reasons why we have to test it before we release it to customer. So before we go any further, we need to know what is software testing is. So basically, software testing is the process developed during the development cycle by software engineer. So basically the software, we want to make sure it works well before we give it to the customer. So software testing basically look for the bug that you created during you create the software. So the software testing will have test plan, test case, test execute, technical, and verify the test. And that's all the steps that the software testing will need. So why is it important for testing? Basically, all software have bugs, and software products created by human, and human make mistakes. So therefore, we have to test it. So the goal of testing software basically is to eliminate any issue that you find as early as possible, so you can fix it before you give it to the customer. And then to make sure that the software works well when you give it to the customer, and you can make sure the customer happy with your product when you give it to them. And that's it all why do we have to test it, and that is our goal. The next step is that we going to talk about the software requirement. So before you install any new software into your system, you need to remove the old software that you have in your system. So the reason to do that, basically you want to avoid any mistake or any unexpected error coming out due to the old software that you have. The next one that in the software requirement is called NET framework. Some software required to have 4.0 or higher than that framework for the software to work. To do that, all you have to do is go to the Microsoft Office to download that for free. You do not charge anything. The internet connection, some software requires the internet connection, then you need to have minimum of the 1 megabyte of the line that you have. The reason for that is because you want to avoid a high rate of failing in your software. Operating system is another thing that you have in your software as well. When you're tapping it, you have to make sure that the software that you currently have will be compatible with the operating system you have, for example, Windows or Linux. Some software will not work with that, then you won't want to put it in your system. The hardware is another thing that we need to be aware of when the software will need it. The hardware, most time talking into the computer or the test equipment. The software and hardware, the two main components that we need in order to make the software to work. So you must sure that it works before you put in your new system. So testing is the main thing that I want to talk to you today. So the goal of a functional testing is basically we just want to make sure that the software that we give to the customer, it meets the requirements. Another one is non-functional testing. We just want to make sure that the software that we have for the customer is stand up to their requirement or their needs. Test case is the most important of the testing process. If you run the test case is not correctly, then your test result is bogus. You don't need that anymore. Therefore, when you write a task case, you will need to write the task for testing both invalid and the valid input condition. A good test case is where that you can come up with, or when you run it, it will give you the bug that you never see one before. And then when you run in a test case, you will try to answer yourself what your program should test. That is the main idea that you have to do it. So the next step is you execute the task. After you're done with the test case, now what you have to do, all you have to run is run the task and verify and recall whether or not the test is a pass or fail. The next step is you go to verify the test case. After you run the test will come out with the result, pass or fail. Now your job is go in and verify, is that the pass because it actually passed or fail, actually fail, or is it to do what it's supposed to do, or is not to do what it's supposed to do. If it's not do what you want it to do, then you debug it and go back and have to engineer. Some software has some easy use, friendly use to the customer. So you as a test engineer, you have to test it and verify that it works. You don't want to give that software to the customer and they open it up and navigate to whatever the friendly button they have and they pop it up something out that you don't want to see. So you have to test that as well. After do all the hard work of testing, now all you have to do the report. For the report, very easy. All you have to just copy the test script, the result that you have done before, and put it in here and this block, and say, okay, what test data you tested, and then who tested that, and then the main thing for that, they will look for the result over this column right here, telling you whether or pass or fail. So that's all you have to do. Very simple, easy, right? The next step after you done all this, you have to just send to the customer. Very much. So now, why do I have to talk to you about testing? What will you care, basically? So the testing is necessary, needed, or required, because we want to give to the customer the software that works well, and they not coming back to us and say, hey, your software is suck. You don't want that. So that's why you have to test it. Testing is not 100% sure that your test program is bug-free. But basically you want to test to make sure that you're confident enough to give to your customer the product that you know it will work with them. And that's all you want to do with your goal. And also, all you want is your customer to be happy with your software that you give it to them. And that's it. Thank you for listening.